Hey everybody, welcome to Liberty in EDC. I'm your host, Daniel Sellers Norman, and we're here with Brad Popejoy, who's running for EID Board Director, District 3. Thanks for coming on, Brad.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So first off, I want to do a fun question with you. Tell me, what is one of your favorite places or like a hidden gem here in the county?
Oh man, there's a bunch. I'd say one of the most peaceful places is that I do quite often is drive Main Street 3 or 4 in the morning on the way to work.
Yeah.
And no cars being on the road and just the town being lit up. It's really quiet and beautiful and peaceful, and it's good, mindset for the day. Puts me in a good mood.
Yeah.
So I'd say that probably.
Oh, maybe you'll remember. So I was just having a discussion with someone the other day about the zigzag lights across there.
Yeah.
Did they not used to be up a little while ago and then they put them up? Or have the zigzags been up for like a long time now?
They've been up for a minute, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do they change them, or is it like been zigzags for like years?
It's been a minute. I couldn't tell you the exact
Okay.
date. So yeah, I mean at that point, I couldn't tell you exactly
Okay.
when
Yeah,
they
we're
put them
going,
up.
we're going
what
back
date.
and forth on it.
Yeah.
So tell me about yourself. What's your background? Why do you want to run?
I was born and raised here. Born at Marshall, raised in El Dorado County.
Yeah.
Always loved this county. Loved everything about it. Loved downtown. Loved the people. Loved small town. It's been growing a lot. It's really changed in the last 40 years. I just had a run-in with the district attorney about a fabricated crime,
Yeah.
and couldn't back down from that because I was fighting for everyone's First and Second Amendment right, and just didn't feel right. Won that trial. Got pulled into politics afterwards. Realized how dirty the county really was. I was really surprised. I know you see it on the news in a bigger level, but once I started attending meetings and talking to people, I was like, wow, I was really blown away at how bad it really is up here.
Like as far as the politics goes?
The politics, really bad. Stuff that goes on. Hired people, appointed people, working with each other, lining each other's pockets, making measures go through that shouldn't go through, making people be quiet over pushing false charges on them and whatnot. It's just, it was a lot more than I actually thought. And I've been telling my wife for a couple years now that I just feel like I need to get into politics. I feel like God's pushing me in that direction. And I'm a business owner. I own a trucking business, water trucking. And yeah, this is just going to add to it. I mean, it's a challenge that I'm ready to take on. I've always been interested in what goes on at the EID, and I'd like to learn more. I know that we're facing a lot of infrastructure improvements, rate increases because of that.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that a lot of this, including from the Mountain Democrat and Osborne's article on Friday, that a lot of this money wasn't allocated for future improvements and projects to upkeep our infrastructure.
Oh, which money?
What? Just they hadn't set money aside for future infrastructure improvements until recently.
Oh.
And I've kind of been saying that, but I mean, I really don't know until I get in and see. And Osborne's article on Friday, actually, he talked about that he was the first one that started telling them we need to put some money aside for future projects.
Yeah, and he's one of the current directors.
Yeah, he's leaving. He's retiring after 21 years.
Yeah.
So they did an article, and yeah, when he came in, he said he knew nothing about water.
Yeah.
Wastewater treatment, I've been doing it for almost 10 years now with my water truck business.
Okay.
Potable water. I used to have a potable water business, and I sold to Brett Williams. I just didn't have time to deliver drinking water to people anymore. I was too busy with my big trucks doing construction, fires, disaster relief, cleanups, Caldor fire, Paradise fire.
Okay.
I had all the trucks up there on that cleanup.
Oh, wow.
Just been involved with it for a long time, but always wondered what was going on within and how we can make a difference. And so I decided to run for this now that Brian Veerkamp's leaving, and see if I can make a change, maybe give him some new ideas, and see what could happen.
Okay. Yeah. So you're interested in doing the water board because it's something you've been doing for a while and you've been wanting to get into politics. Then
Yeah, I'm not a career politician whatsoever.
Yeah.
I just want to get involved with this county. This came up and interested me, and we need new blood. We need younger people getting involved in this politics.
Yeah.
Local politics. A lot of people don't have time raising a family and making a living at a younger age. I've been talking to quite a few people though, and a lot of people are getting interested about the next race, seeing me run. It's inspiring in them, and
That's great.
I feel like we need more young people getting involved.
Yeah. Now with
New people getting involved. We need new blood. We have
Yeah.
a lot with the same circle going around and around, doing the same stuff over and over again that are pointing the people they want to keep their master plan going. And I feel like we need to steer away from that.
Get some fresh people in there.
Yeah, because it's just not working.
Yeah. So you were talking about your water truck business and stuff. You said you sold that. Are you still doing any water stuff that might, conflict with being a EID board member?
No, not at all. Most of my business, even with the potable water, I get a prepaid card, go buy the water, deliver it to someone's well that was dry, or their pool wanted to be filled, but that cost just related off or went off to them, transferred off to their bill. So that wouldn't really affect my business much. I don't have that anymore. I pass everything to Brett. And my current business is construction mainly, and I'm on a job out in Lincoln that's supposed to be an 8-year job, so it's not even in the county. And the water that they get is coming out of a canal out there in Placer County's water. So it's really, in the last, since I started, I think I've worked directly through EID 2 or 3 days maybe, in some floods that we were having a couple years ago. And besides that, nothing's been direct with them. So it's not going to benefit me at all.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be a conflict.
No.
And then, so in your own words, tell us, what does an EID board member do?
From what I can see, because there's no list, I called the future or the current incumbent to ask him some questions.
Yeah.
And he wasn't very clear about it. He just tried to discourage me from running because they don't want me in. I'm I'm an outsider, but
gotcha.
You sit on the board, go to a board meeting. They present you new projects, infrastructure improvements, rate increases, raises for the employees, just a lot of the stuff that goes on with the EID. They come and there's an outside board that decides on and votes on what they're going to do in the future, where the money is going, everything else.
Gotcha.
So,
then how do you plan to fulfill that role?
To the best of my ability, my knowledge, I've helped a lot of people start businesses. I have had my own successful business. I've had several businesses. I've always been a leader at every business I've worked at, whether it be a foreman, supervisor, moving up. So I think with a lot of those roles, I have a lot of ideas that are outside the box, newer ideas than what a lot of the older stuff is. I want to bring newer. I want to encourage EID to develop and research new ways of supplying potable water to people, sewer, everything else that's more affordable. There's got to be a cheaper way of doing this in a more affordable way.
Yeah.
So
you think you bring some ingenuity into their
yeah,
system?
I think so. I always come up with ideas outside the box, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I'm hearing from the employees inside that a lot of them aren't happy right now. There's a lot of turnover, a lot of fighting within. The guys on the ground aren't happy with what's going on. A lot of the people in the office aren't respecting the people on the ground. And there's just a lot of grief.
Okay. So you think you can come in and fix some of that?
I'm talking to them, and they're asking, they're hoping that I can.
Yeah.
They're feeling disrespected. A lot of them are leaving. They're wasting money, like making a bunch of them go to college and do a college class to learn more about water and stuff that they've learned their entire life. And I guess they're making them all do it. There's guys that have been there for 20 years that have never, or that can't answer the questions they're learning in college. So they're just like, screw it, I'm leaving and quitting and moving on. So, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Now, Brad, what is District 3? Like, what does that kind of encompass? And what are some of the issues facing that area?
Future water storage, agriculture. We have Apple Hill Farms, wineries, some rivers, lakes, like a lot of recreational areas. I'd like to encourage EID to build or be a leader in the state and build the first reservoir. It's been over 50 years since we built the reservoir holding area.
Wow.
There's a couple locations within our district that can happen.
Yeah.
I just think we really need to push on that and show the rest of the state that this can be done. And there's a place up above Sly Park where the Caldor fire had burned through that'll save some money, and a canyon that's already burned through. And if we build a dam there, we could have clean water, our own energy, recreational, put in campgrounds and everything else. So it could bring money. There's a lot of land up here that's not being used that EID owns.
Yeah.
And I think that we could put solar on it, campgrounds, like something that generates money.
Yeah.
Instead of those lands just sitting there, they're up here on Texas Hill.
Yeah.
There's some land down by the bridge, and they're trying to change the purpose of that land so that they could sell it to developers, is what I'm hearing. So it was originally supposed to be a lake, and now they're trying to change it so they could sell it to have it developed out and make more money.
Well, selling to a developer, that's like a one-time thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they're going to make a whole bunch of money at once, maybe pay some bills down, but
That's,
I think we could repurpose it for something else.
yeah, make it a continual money stream or revenue stream.
Yeah.
And then what areas are District 3? How does someone know if they're in the district?
You can go on EID and put in your district, and it'll pop up on the map.
Okay.
So it's kind of, they redistrict, and it's kind of funky. It goes up into Camino a little bit, out to Swansboro, down to Coloma, across North Shingle, and then up Mother Lode, in and out, Greenstone, and then cuts off a little bit up into Pleasant Valley, Newtown Road. So it's kind of a funky map. It doesn't really follow the regular District 3 area.
Okay. Then, is there any other key issues that you're passionate about?
Just, I want some more transparency of what's going on. I want everyone to be able to use the water that's in our county. It seems like it's all going down the hill. We're getting rid of it. We can't water our lawns. Everything's dead around here. You go to the schools, you go to public parks. It's just they're not wanting to use their water because we're saying we have a water shortage, which doesn't make sense. All the water's in our county, like Placer County. Placer County's green. Why isn't El Dorado County green?
Yeah, we're part of the watershed of California.
And it'll help with fires.
Yeah.
People's properties are green.
Yeah, definitely.
I know that I've been contacted, and they've told me I was going to get fined for watering my lawn too much, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. I could go buy a water card, put hundreds of thousands of dollars on it, use it for whatever I want. And they don't ask me at all. You go down the hill at 3 or 4 in the morning, and water's running down the streets, sidewalks, waste everywhere. It just doesn't make sense. I think we're getting the short end of the stick. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And then tell me, Brad, people don't always get along on boards and stuff like that. How do you plan to work with other people on the board if you don't agree with them?
We all have to come to an agreement, but I think I'm walking into a cat fight already. I'm going to be the outsider completely. I'm seeing it everywhere. I can't keep signs in the ground anywhere in the county except for my bigger signs. I think I've lost 40 or 50 signs.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Downtown Placerville, they won't even stay in the ground 24 hours. Go over Missouri Flat, across from Walmart at Forney right there, and Missouri Flat Road. For the last 2 months, I've been replacing signs, gone, and it's funny because now my opponent's sign's been up there, my signs just went missing again, and then District 1 is up, EID supervisors up there now. Their signs are fine. My signs keep disappearing.
Oh, well, that's a
so
shame.
that's been a real struggle.
Yeah, I'm sure that's frustrating.
After I work every day, I go back and replace signs in a lot of places, and I put a lot of signs out, and it's just disheartening. But
yeah, definitely.
obviously I'm doing something right if they're taking my signs.
Then what sets you apart from the other candidates? Why should people vote for you?
Well, I'm not a career politician. I'm an outsider. I'm going to vote for what's right for the people. Not going to be intimidated, and I'm not going to be bought. I'm not an appointed candidate from the corrupt cult up here, I'd call it. They keep placing people where they want them so they could continue the downfall of El Dorado County is what I think is going on. I miss Old Town. I miss small town. I miss everyone waving at each other, knowing each other's name. So, yeah, I'm just not a career politician. I'll vote for what's right for you, not what's right for the developer or, the person lining their pocket, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, if someone wants to learn more about you or donate to your campaign, how can they get a hold of you? Or
I got an email. It's Popejoy. It's Popejoy4EAD at hotmail.com. Sorry, and then Venmo. I have a Venmo account. I don't know how that works. My phone number is 530-957-1646. But most of this has been out of pocket. So I am having a fundraiser this weekend to raise the last bit of money. And I'd appreciate your vote, though.
Yeah, right on. Anything else you want to add before we close out here?
I'll fight for what's right for you. That's it. So, yeah.
Great. Thanks for coming on, Brad. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah. And then, so this has been Brad Popejoy. He's running for EID Board Director, District 3. And we appreciate you guys watching. Look out for more political interviews coming out. And catch us on Foothill 7 TV, social media, and Comcast. And we'll see you guys next time.